You're watching my Planet Earth series of talks. This episode is numbered 7, and I'm going to talk about earthquakes. I'm going to talk about precisely about surface waves, also known as L waves. Surface waves or L waves are low frequency transverse vibrations with a long wavelength. They are created close to the epicenter and can only travel through the outer part of the crust. They are responsible for the majority of the building damage caused by earthquakes. This is because L waves have a motion similar to that of waves in the sea. The ground is made to move in a circular motion, causing it to rise and fall as visible waves move across the ground. Together with secondary effects such as landslides, fires, and tsunami, these waves account for the loss of approximately 10,000 lives and over 100 million lives per year. Earth is covered by a crust of solid rock, which is broken into numerous plates that move around on the surface, bumping, overrunning, and pulling away from each other. One kind of boundary between rocks within a plate, as well as the edges of the plates, is a fault. Faults are large-scale breaks in Earth's crust in which the rock on one side of the fault has been moved relative to the rock on the other side of the fault by tectonic forces. Fault blocks are giant pieces of crust that are separated from the rocks around them by faults. When the forces pushing on fault blocks cannot move one block past the other, potential energy is stored up in the fault zone. This is the same potential energy that resides in a giant boulder when it is poised, motionless, at the top of a steep slope. If something happens to overcome the friction holding the boulder in place, its potential energy will convert into kinetic energy as it thunders down the slope. In the fault zone, the potential energy builds up until the friction that sticks the fault blocks together is overcome. Then in seconds, all the potential energy built up over the years turns to kinetic energy as the rocks surge past each other. Different kinds of earthquakes generated waves moving at their own speeds arrive at the surface in a particular order. The successive waves that arrive at a single site are called a wave train. Seismologists compare information about wave trains that are recorded as they pass through a number of data collecting sites after an earthquake. By comparing data from 3 recording stations, they can pinpoint the map location, epicenter, and depth within the Earth's surface, the focus or hypocenter of the earthquake. So I got a nice video animation on the surface waves of an earthquake. Enjoy.
Love waves are surface waves and expand horizontally without any vertical components.